¿Morir en casa o morir en el hospital? La posibilidad de elegir en un proceso terminal. El paciente terminal es aquel que padece una enfermedad que no puede ser curada o tratada de manera adecuada y se espera como resultado la muerte de este, dentro de un periodo de corto tiempo.
My name is Zach Sobiak. I'm 17 years old and I have osteosarcoma. I've been told I have a few months to live, but I still have a lot of work to do. I want everyone to know, you don't have to find out you're dying to start living.
Los beneficios de morir en un hospital. La primera consideración que se debe tener en cuenta es que la inmensa mayoría de pacientes prefieren morir en sus casas que en una cama de hospital. En el hospital se dispone de los medios capaces de aliviar los sufrimientos del paciente y se dispone de un equipo interdisciplinar para ayudar, ya sea con la prescripción médica, los cuidados que brindan los enfermeros o bien la ayuda al cuidador que ofrecen los auxiliares para realizar las higienes diarias del paciente. Beneficios de morir en casa. La casa es más cómoda. Es un proceso conocido como natural. Cuesta mucho menos dinero. El enfermo se siente útil y sabe dónde se siente mejor. Puede estar constantemente con sus seres queridos. Morir en casa es una muerte digna, una imagen que se ha perdido hoy en día. Cuando el enfermo está en casa, dispone de sus cosas personales y por lo tanto se siente más a gusto. El vínculo familiar crece. La situación de tener a un miembro con una enfermedad une más a la familia. Es muy beneficioso para la paz interior del paciente.
Mom walked in on me once when I was laying on the ground because I didn't want to associate my bed with being sick.
5 days after he finished chemotherapy, he had his routine CT scan of his chest, and they found tumors in both lungs. She told us 6 months to a year.
I just didn't understand that. Like, it didn't make any sense to me.
We did have an option of surgery, but that would mean they'd have to take his left leg and half of his pelvis, and he wouldn't even be able to sit up. That's when we got to the point where we have to make decisions about quality of life.
With the hospital, it's the most sterile place in the world. But you just do not feel clean there at all. And it was tough being there because you felt totally disconnected.
He decided, I don't want to be in the hospital all the time. I want to be out with friends. I don't want to feel sick. And I want to be home.
Desventajas de morir en un hospital. Una cama en un hospital cuesta diariamente una fortuna debido al equipamiento necesario de los aparatos y al gran número de profesionales que trabajan en él. Aproximadamente unos 880 euros al día en Vall d'Hebron. En el caso de los pacientes terminales, prácticamente nunca van a necesitar de la infraestructura del hospital. Por tanto, le ocasiona más inconvenientes que ventajas.
I think with my diagnosis we would become a better and stronger family. We all love each other just that much more. Because when you go through stuff like that, you go through it together.
You have to stick together as a family. I mean, that's imperative. Because, you know, we've always been there. Ever since Zach was first diagnosed, you know, we've been there as a family. We're all together, and we have to make it through as a family together.
How I remember my brother. Happy, always smiling, always limping around with his funny little walk. That's as simple as it is. Happy, I guess.
My friends, I don't know if they've accepted, you know, me being terminal or not. They know that if they just treat me the same, everything will be fine, honestly.
He's someone that you can trust is going to be smiling the next day, despite his condition.
Desventajas de morir en casa. Hay estudios que demuestran que cuidar al enfermo terminal en casa es 7 veces más barato que en un hospital, pero esto a la familia le puede resultar más caro ya que implica la compra de medicamentos. Quizás algún familiar tenga que abandonar su trabajo temporalmente para cuidar al enfermo, y esto puede ocasionar traumas.
What we both would want in our future, we know that we love each other just the same amount. Well, we talked about getting married and having kids and our jobs, and we do that a lot when we have bad days. So like when we start to cry, that's when we'll sit down and just plan it all out.
We'd have 3 or 4 kids. We haven't decided yet. But I kind of want 4 because you can have 2 boys and 2 girls then, because that's what we had in our family. It worked out pretty well. So it's one of those things that, you know, it's like your ultimate dream kind of thing. So most people just ignore it, or most people think, oh, it'll never happen. And, you know, mine obviously probably won't.
I think the moment I'm most scared about is leaving the hospital after he's gone and knowing that he's not coming with, and having to walk out of it.
I will actually love her to death. Till my death. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like, why not get married? Because, you know, till death do us part, and I'm dying, so we better get on this. That kind of thing. But yeah, I do love her to death. And I will. Forever.
It's not all about the grades you get or how cool you are in high school. It's about doing what makes you happy, and no matter when you're gonna go, to live life to the fullest every day.
It's really simple, actually, and it's just try and make people happy. Maybe you have to learn it with time, maybe you have to learn it the hard way, but as long as you learn it, you're gonna make the world a better place.
I think that's actually one of the blessings of cancer, is that you kind of come out of denial. And so in doing that, things are better. You know, that life is richer. Everything means more. Beauty is more beautiful. He's a beautiful person. And I'm so happy to have been Zach Sobiek's mom.
Death is just another thing on the agenda, kind of. Yeah, it's scary, but the only reason it's scary is because you don't know what's next, or if there is a next. So it's kind of like sitting in the dark. And so you can either choose to be freaking out in the dark and thinking, okay, what's out there? Or you can just relax and fall asleep. And just be happy and content with everything. I want to be remembered as a kid who went down fighting and didn't really lose.